that's inspiring. See you dance. Det är inspirerande att gå till så Yes, that was so smooth. Wow. Did you have you say you are a traveling married dance couple? Did you have safe travels here to Switzerland?
Yeah, we've had very safe travels. Your guy Leo picked us up. Thanks, Leo. Yeah, we got here nice and quick and safe.
Cool. So, and it's just normal to do such things on the stage. Is this normal? These things so after being so often?
Yeah, I mean, it's normal by now, but I think we were talking to someone else out there, but we still get really, really nervous. Even though we do it all the time, still get really nervous, yes.
Come on.
Always.
So, what are you doing the whole day? Vad macht ihr eigentlich den ganzen Tag? If you are a traveling couple, are you just traveling around?
Well, we are lucky enough to be able to travel together. So that's awesome. And as a traveling couple, I mean, we still have to prepare choreography, we teach dance classes, we perform, and we get to engage with, new friends and do things like this, where we get to interview and Q&A and kind of just share what we're all about.
But what does it take to come to this point where you just do like such a smooth performance? Also, was braucht es, so abliefern zu können? What does it take to get there?
I think very simple, lots and lots of time, lots and lots of practice, a lot of repetition, a lot of studio time, for sure.
Viel Zeit, viel Repetition, ganz viel Übung.
And patience. Patience with each other.
Yes.
Tell us more later. Patience with each other. Did you have like hard times on your way to like the big stage? Was it always like this? Stage is bigger and bigger and bigger?
Yeah, no, it's like this. Yeah, it's a nice roller coaster. Sometimes you're up, and sometimes you're down. Sometimes you get lucky and you get a job like this where you're around really nice and beautiful people. Sometimes you get a tough crowd, so it's a very big roller coaster of, like anything like life.
You're a married couple, so how do you deal with that, the whole profession, but also the private comes together in one, actually? How do you deal with that?
Well, we try to keep everything as separate, but as together as possible. As weird as that may sound, we're together 24/7 pretty much. There's very few trips where we have solo trips where I go off somewhere and she goes off somewhere. It's a lot of balance.
What are challenges in working together, and what are like the benefits, the good things?
Well, the benefit is you always have a buddy. Yeah, and so when you're traveling already is kind of hard, and if you're doing it alone, it's a little harder, yeah, but when we get to, to do it together, one, I always know that I'm safe. Yeah, I'm always safe with my husband. And two, we get to experience the world together. So we get to share these experiences, and I think that's probably the best part of it.
And challenges?
And challenges? Well, just like any other couple, if you're in a relationship, you know that we don't always agree on everything, and there's always like very key moments where we make decision making. It's a very big part of it, is being able to talk to each other and decide and agree on something. And most times it's good because we share the same passions and we have the same style of dance and pretty much grew up in the same realm of dance. But the challenges are definitely emotion and just being able to agree. For example, sometimes when we're choreographing, sometimes I have a different vision than what she has, and then the challenge is to kind of mold those two visions together. Sometimes it doesn't always work out, sometimes it does, but we kind of just go for it, commit with it, and kind of just hope for the best and grow from that.
Yeah, how do you manage to support each other to grow your partner and release him into the best version of him?
Honestly, it's a lot of back and forth talking. Well, we don't like to go to sleep being mad at each other, so we always try to fix everything before we go to sleep. And honestly, it's as you would expect in like a normal relationship, but it's just with dance.
I think like in any relationship, compromise is a big one.
Wow.
Yeah. And then for the two of us, we're working with a few different relationships. So we're husband and wife, and we're coworkers. We're also like emotional support buddies. So there's a lot of like different emotions that go into it. And I know for many of us, we don't work with our spouse, right? It can get messy, and it can get like a little, gritty and grimy. But for the most part, when you overcome those obstacles, it's a beautiful thing to, have a partner that you're gonna go through all of it together.
How important is faith for you?
It's very important. Yeah.
How does it play a role like in your art or in the things you're doing? Was spielt der Glaube für eine Rolle in dem, was Sie tun?
I mean, if we didn't have faith, then I don't think we would be where we are today, like 110%. Because the road of life is already hard in itself. You know what I mean? And for a profession that we have, it's not the usual career that most people would take. And take the chance to like quit your job, and then run with a passion as a career. So if we didn't have faith, then we would definitely not be in this room with you guys here today. And I truly believe like today is like a big testimony of like we fully and truly like believe that we're supposed to be here.
In this room, there are creatives who like kind of try and find out how to bring art and spirituality, art and faith together. What is like important for this community to give away?
I think to just have full belief and full acceptance of yourself and who you are. And don't try to be like anyone else. Be inspired, be motivated by other people, but never try to be exactly like a copy. Yeah. And then I feel like events like this is a great opportunity for artists of different kinds to collaborate too. So I encourage more collaboration because I feel like artists and artwork, it needs to be together and it shouldn't be separate. I mean, it can be, but it's also healthy for collaboration just to see where art can take you.
Wow. What are your dreams for your future?
My dreams is to be with this one forever.
Wow. Vielleicht haben wir mit dir zusammen zu erzählen.
And we don't have like an exact endpoint, but we know that we're going to use what we have right now and then grow from it and try to reach as far as we can with what we have.
Wow. How? That's it. Give it up for Kevin and Dea. We'd like to, you're getting better and better and celebrating. You're getting better and better. We're gonna open up for questions. So we have this question: how many hours a week do you do training?
Sometimes we train 4 or 5 hours a day, but it also depends on where we are in the world and what our job is of the day or of the week. So some days are longer, some days are shorter. It just kind of depends on the job.
How do you manage to get like really close and deep relations when you are traveling the world?
We just started a travel vlog. We came up with this idea of like a dance travel journalist. And so it's our way of connecting and sharing with our families and friends at home what kind of work we're up to. So they get to see like the inside of the job, who we're teaching, what organization we're doing, or what we're working with. And then that's our way of that. Yeah, phone calls, text messages, social media. So we try our best.
How or when did you decide to go all in for dance? Like were you always like on this dancing thing?
For me, well, I started off as a breakdancer in middle school, so maybe like 14, 15, and I found choreography work in high school. And pretty much after that, I stuck with choreography, I stopped breakdancing, and it wasn't until my first international job, actually in Switzerland, is when I started getting more international gigs.
Oh, wow. How was it with you, Dea?
For me, I was always back and forth with dance. So my mom and dad were dancers. which meant I had to go be a dancer.
Mama und Papa waren schon Tänzer, das war für sie eigentlich schon vorgegeben, dass sie in diese Richtung gehen soll.
Yeah, I didn't really fall in love with it till I found hip-hop and urban choreography in like high school.
Und sie hat eigentlich sie hat es gar nicht so sehr geliebt, bis sie in Hip-Hop in High School entdeckt hat.
Yeah, and then so it wasn't until after graduating at university and finding this guy, so where I realized like I wanted to pursue it. You know, I got my mom's blessing after I got my college degree, and she was like, "Go do whatever you want to do," and I wanted to pursue dance.
Last question: How do you deal with doubts or challenging emotions? Like you talked about the emotions in marriage before being a couple. How do you deal with challenging emotions for yourself?
I mean, we kind of answered this before, but it's all in working through it. Like I said, we don't always agree, but as husband and wife, like we have to work through it and we have to power through it.
And remembering to separate the work and the relationship, I think is super important. Yeah.
Thank you for encouraging us. I mean, that is really encouraging. It's seeing the passion you have, the passion you share, and so let us be a part of it. Ladies and gentlemen, Kevin and Dea Wayne. Kevin, listen up.
First off, thank you guys so much for having us here. I felt like we were more nervous for this talk and speaking in front of everyone than actually dancing.
Sie waren nervöser, hier zu sprechen, als zu tanzen. You did very well.
We're just like very normal people, so to be able to kind of like speak in front of everyone and for you guys to like find value in what we have to say, it really does mean a lot. Thank you, Central Conference and Celine, and the rest of the staff for just bringing us here.
Thank you so much, guys.
Thank you.